This is an Audio Wool original.
Frightday. I'm your host, Byron. We're broadcasting live from our dog date cabin in the woods of Montana. And awfulness affects everyone differently. When communal tragedy happens, there's, everyone's offered a rare opportunity. A spectrum between expressing empathy, curiosity, a coming together, or projecting your pain and frustration outward with culpability, becoming a witch hunt. Yeah, sometimes with no regard for those innocently suffering the most, and, ignoring the evil hiding in plain sight. Sometimes we're going to talk about it. Sometimes
we're going to talk about it.
Listen,
is this one of those times?
I think right now is the time we're going to do that.
It's now.
We're going to talk about Lost Guilt and Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup as we review Zach Cregger's weapons.
I fucking hate chicken noodle soup. If I was possessed and all that people were feeding me was chicken noodle soup, I'd be like, could you actually just kill me?
Joined tonight by Kelly.
Hey there.
And Sam can't make it because he is tailing a teacher.
I'm imagining Sam as Brolin.
Yeah.
Brolin's a good dad.
Rusty and Busy Bee over here. Apologies. It's been a while.
Yep.
It has. What have you been up to? Anything cool?
Yeah. Lots of UFOing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of learning about the history of the CIA. I'm making friends.
Somehow you're part of the community now, which is startling. Yeah. I don't love it. If I'm being honest, I don't. I think it kind of freaks me out.
Sorry.
It makes me nervous. But
I'm sorry.
We still got, oh my God, so many visitors coming up.
There's so many visitors. And we have more visitors coming.
I know. Very exciting
stuff.
And
I got this little...
What's it?
Plesiosaur.
Oh, yeah, put that on top of the microphone there. And you can watch this at youtube.com/Frightday, of course.
Hey, I would love the listeners to help me name...
name the
them.
Little plesiosaur
I can't even decide the gender yet. I
wonderful.
haven't come to any conclusions.
Well, you can't. You don't
open
get
to ideas,
choose,
friends.
It's a live show, and we have a phone number.
Call 1-833-374-4489 now to share your paranormal encounters and real-life nightmares, or to talk horror with the hosts.
You can always just talk horror with the host. 1-833-374-4489.
Hold on, can I ask a quick question? Because it really sounds like you say, well, that weird lady says horror with the host. Is she saying the hosts?
There's multiple hosts at the show.
Well, there are. I just was making sure you weren't cutting me out without even telling me.
I wouldn't do that. And we did get
Wouldn't you?
Well, I might.
You might.
We got some phone calls.
Hey, this is Daniel again.
Hey, Daniel.
I sent a message,
Daniel.
And then I totally remembered something else. I work at a religious institution that's well over 100 years old.
Actually, I don't want to do that one.
Why? That sounded really good.
I know, right?
What the fuck did you do that for?
Yo, what's up, B?
That's
and
me.
Kelly and Sam. I recently moved to a different... this is Daniel, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give my last name. It doesn't really matter. But I moved to a place called Danielsville recently.
Whoa.
Year.
Intentionally.
Recently. There is a trailer out there, this old metal trailer, and it's about half a mile away from the house. And I kind of was hesitant to go out there. I mean, it's easily from the 60s or 70s, and I noticed a giant chunk of it was missing. Sorry, I'm at work right now.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
And I kind of took about 7 months to get over there because I was worried. And I get over there, and I'm with my girl, and we look inside of it, and there's a baby
Brave
doll.
girl. Oh, God.
Pink onesie baby doll that is just sitting face down on the open part of it where a tree clearly hit it.
Run.
And the other door's locked.
Run. Okay.
I don't believe in anything so far.
Neither.
No babies have come after me since then.
How could
But it is by far one of the creepiest things I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it'd be creepy. It is creepy to me, but I haven't gone out there again to the trailer. I'm not going to. I don't want to get cursed by a
No.
a baby
I need
doll.
you to go.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are doing great. Love all that you do. And appreciate y'all. Big time listener, long time listener.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, Daniel. Here's the thing. Couple of things. First of all, I really would like to know how your lady friend reacted. Like, if she freaked out and wanted to get the hell out of there, if she was just watching how you reacted. I've got a couple theories here. Like, she may have planted it.
You think his partner planted
I mean,
a doll
like, you got to
in
know how your partner's going to react in a horrifying paranormal situation, because like those aren't the types of things you get to do dry runs of. So sometimes you have to simulate them in order to like know what to predict in such a situation.
Okay.
So that could be the case. If that wasn't the case, I really would love to know the reaction, because like you could tell you whether you should stay with this person or not. I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
Send us your dolls. Honestly,
And
we'll take them all.
I think what we should do is have him call us live when he goes back.
Okay, we'll let Daniel do
Daniel.
a live. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to have a live field report.
Well, Daniel's got the number. Daniel called another time, and we're gonna probably air that one maybe
Okay,
as
but,
part of
like,
a behind the screams or
I
something.
mean, so you're not going to play it for me now, even?
no,
Okay.
we have other calls.
Okay, but we have to set it up with him, because he can't just call, because it'll go to the recording and won't be live.
Email us contact@frightday.com. We'll figure it out. What do you want to? What do
Daniel,
you want me to call him now?
I'm making
Like,
a
what?
note.
All right.
Email Daniel. See this fancy little to-do list I got going
I
here?
see that. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's
very
cool.
nice stuff.
Got a nice new pen.
We have another call, but before we do that, I guess we should. I mean, is there any other housekeeping? Like, people in response to my Casual Frightday episode announcing the death. I did a segment on the death of my grandma, because you know how we do death industry
So hold
stuff.
on, I just want to make sure you clarify this. So, like, our whole audience knew that your grandmother passed before I did.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're always welcome to be on Casual Frightday. You're just
I know.
usually
I think
busy.
I was in Glacier National Park with a bunch of kids in the
Yeah.
woods making friends.
Well, I told the story of the funeral folks weren't great, so that.
Oh, fuck,
they
I'm
were fine.
sorry.
That's typical, because on the show, we have this regular recurring segment of just how bad the death industry is. So
Right.
it's kind of cool to have
I
a
mostly
personal experience
remember-
about that.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if I told you, I had just left a meeting with a very special guy, a PhD.
You did.
John E. Espy, the author of the Barjona trilogy that I used in our series from 2021. Turns out the guy likes me and is like super chill. And
So I guess I need to redact anything negative I've ever said
I don't
about
think
him.
you said anything that negative.
I'm pretty sure I called him a creeper. I need to go back and listen, but I'm pretty sure I called him a
don't
creeper.
think you did, and I wouldn't worry about it. It's
I'm a
it's
little
a
worried.
heavy subject matter.
You know what? One of my friends introduced me the other day as Never Switzerland. I thought that was a really good way
I
to
don't know what that
introduce me.
means,
So
that you're-
Switzerland
yeah,
is like the
traditionally
the diplomatic
neutral.
place, like neutral. Like,
Yeah.
This is my friend Kelly. She's never Switzerland.
That's true. You aren't.
Right.
Rarely.
I bounce.
I don't know. Yeah. Why you got to be so hot all the time?
I don't know.
You gotta cool
I'm just
it.
a hot take by nature. I can't help it.
Yeah. So, may possibly be doing some sort of larger project about Barjona. So if you guys want to be sick to your stomach a lot more often.
You know, I don't know what's really good about this, Byron. I can be really supportive of that project,
Yeah.
knowing that I don't have to listen
Yeah.
or upset anyone in my inability to listen.
Yeah, because of course, the main criticism of that series.
You may want to re-record the whole thing, actually.
Well, I mean,
You're going to.
With
a professional.
Well, with myself and
a professional.
Maybe. We'll talk about it at some point.
That's okay.
I'll keep
Me
folks
and the
posted.
plesiosaur,
Okay.
we're going to do something else.
But you have visitors. I mean, what do you mean? It's not like we're not like we're creating more stuff. We're not going away.
Little plesiosaur.
All right. Well, I'll also be speaking of going. I'm going to be at CrimeCon, September 5th through
cool.
7th.
Where's that one again?
It's in Denver. If anyone wants to hang out, like.
Okay, are you going to do a report on the airport while you're there?
Do I care about the Lucifer thing? I don't know.
It's not just the Lucifer.
I know that.
Haven't you
there's
seen all the stuff they've leaned?
It was like our third episode of the podcast.
I know, but they've
Kelly.
leaned into it a ton since
I
then.
know, I'm aware.
Probably because they heard our podcast.
That's not true.
And so they have all of these big signs. I don't know. I'll go with you, and I'll just stay at the airport the whole time and report.
Yeah, come on in, fly over.
Hey, can we go to Phenomicon?
We certainly can if you'd
Or
like.
Phenomenacon? I forget how many syllables there
I got
are.
an email actually.
You're right, Phenomicon, phenomena.
This is an email. The subject line is "Please air immediately" from August 15th at 6:49.
2 weeks ago, a little less than 2 weeks. We're just shy of the 2-week mark.
Someone named Zanzibar.
4 hours. Zanzibar?
Zanzibar.
There is a word in a lot of fun songs.
Uh-huh. And the email address is diet_of_wormholes@proton.me. And I'll just look.
Okay, so I mean, I realize that Allentown and I are not the only two people to have Proton emails, but I do think that anytime we get something from a Proton mail, it's probably good.
Pretty interesting. And also, yeah, people, if you haven't heard, no, I'm not handing that to you yet, Allentown Part 3 is now up at the FrightdaySociety.org, right? Or are you crying?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
We actually had a really traumatic moment at home, me and the girls talking about it.
Well, let's
They're really worried.
Save it. It's an interesting episode. So, the email goes on and says, "Not a hoax. Very important. May not respond. Radioactive interdiction possible." Is that the right? Did I say that?
Yeah, you did, but what does that mean?
I know, right? And then there's an audio file that was sent along.
Okay,
with
I was going to
that,
say there's
of
got to be
course.
something.
For OPSEC purposes, call me Zanzibar. Worked for Food and Drug Administration for 144 billion years. So this is possible. FDA possesses temporal liminality. Layman's terms, time travel. DNA is the key. Chordate DNA, mammalian DNA, bovine DNA. Nucleobases correspond to eightfold way of quark modeling. Sympathetically, cows have perfect sequences for fermionic tunneling wormholes. This is why farmers find perfectly healthy cattle as husks. Subjects with perfect genetic candidates, catalysts, Fermion drylospheres, allows phantom time, Zeitensprünge, in internet parlance, retcons, whole chapters of history books, modern injections, vaccines, very jab-happy at feedlots. Coincidence? No, no, no. Coincidence is not statistically possible, causality pliable, humanity pathological, ergo, universe is deterministic. Species of determinism? Evil.
Okay. Long pause.
Okay, did he say evil or weevil?
Evil.
Could have been like a boll weevil.
Interesting. Great. I don't know why.
Well, that's a species.
Yeah, but
Evil is not a species.
very interesting.
It's a adjective.
Nice to meet you, Zanzibar, working at the FDA for 144 billion years. I don't know what that means.
How's the beef tallow going?
We're going to have to crack this. What?
Well, that's all you can. Isn't that the only thing that's approved by the FDA now?
At this point?
Beef
yeah.
tallow.
Well, yeah, and it's
Right.
going to cure my autism.
Right. Oh, and ivermectin.
Oh, of course. Yes.
And
yes.
colloidal silver.
This is interesting. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you looked that up too. I printed out a graphic here of what that is. So
Oh, good. Good for
A
you.
chordate is basically
Chord.
well, whatever.
Like chord. Like musical chord.
like a spinal cord.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So not chord.
Yeah. Whatever. Get fucked.
That's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds, hagfish, also.
Oh, those are ugly, ugly creatures.
Bony fish, any sort of fish with a spine. So interesting. Do you see what we're talking about here, though?
Okay, so bigger, like, here's my 30,000 foot view. I'm going to have to dive into
this
this.
is one we're going to have to kind of break apart.
But I have been reading a lot of things recently, kind of this fractal notion of, like, the nature of our DNA, if you dig in far enough, looks like coding. And so the idea that perhaps our DNA itself serves as a wormhole, is that what he's saying here?
Yeah, well, but he's talking about specifically cattle, and that's why we keep finding the cattle that are hollow.
Cattle shells.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of an interesting theory. I never heard that before.
So I am obviously, we've got some German in here. Leaps in time. Zeitensprünge.
Yeah, you see, I kind of broke that apart. It means
Leaps in time.
yeah, in German.
German.
Yeah.
Retcons, which is fascinating. Internet parlance, isn't that like war parlance? I feel like Yeah.
Not sure.
War commandeered by internet.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
Frightday Community Center. I think I'm going to drop this. We should make a channel for these specific...
For messages?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, if this is the thing that's going to be happening. So, okay.
And honestly, stop being cowards, guys. Use your real voice and use the number.
No.
Like
Okay.
1-833
I actually have something to share about this.
Oh, my God.
Specifically this.
All
Okay.
right.
So I've been on this same thing of like, wait. No. I want my notes.
Well, they're
I've been
mine.
on this same thing recently of like, okay, like the whistleblowers. Byron, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's going to be another.
Cattle lists. Okay. Is that what?
Ooh.
Very funny in the chat. Of course, this is a live show, and you can chat along
I love
with
it.
us. So that's kind of fun.
Okay. There's going to be another whistleblower testimony, congressional hearing. And I've been on this page of like, okay, honestly, like, yeah, I know you signed some like NDA agreement.
I did?
No,
They did.
like all of these whistleblowers, but like
course.
for fuck's sake, everybody breaks an NDA. Like, let's just frickin' say something.
Well, people
But-
only break NDAs if something that they're covering up is illegal, right? That's
Well,
that's the
no,
loophole,
it's bigger
right?
than that. I
Yeah?
didn't realize this. Almost all of these people, the agreements they sign when you're in the military,
Yeah.
it's that if you break that,
Hmm.
you are agreeing to forfeit all of your rights as an American citizen. So,
Oh.
like, you don't have to go through trial. You don't have to go through, there's no due process. There's absolutely nothing. Like, if all they have to prove is that you violated that
Yeah.
and you're no longer allowed any rights at all, they can throw you in jail forever. So that understanding, first of all, our government's fucking evil. But second of all, that helped me really wrap my head around, okay, this isn't like, you know, like I've signed NDAs before. And like if push came to shove and it was like,
I think
okay,
I too when I worked.
probably for the fucking crazies.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
But like when push comes to shove, like if the world understanding something big depended on that, which clearly it doesn't because it was boring shit, but I would break that. And it's really bothered me. But finally now my head's sinking into like, oh, duh, this is not just like somebody might get mad at you.
is
You
your
might have to
life.
return a settlement money.
Yeah.
Oh, like this is like you maintaining that level. And this is why in those hearings, they're always like, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this unless I'm in a skiff. They aren't being annoying. They're like trying to avoid losing all of their due process rights, which let's face it, we're kind of on the fringe of already. So maybe if the government continues to go that way, maybe then there's like less incentive to not break them. And maybe it's just like, well, fuck it. We're all like having our towns taken over by military
National Guard.
forces
Yeah.
anyway.
Huh.
But anyhow, that was helpful. And I know that was something I've heard you say is really annoying before with some of these whistleblowers. Like, why don't they just say stuff? So I was sharing that for your sake as well. Byron!
Sorry, sometimes we get emails that say follow up, and I'm not sure if it's like an actual like.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
so
never know if it's one
so
of
for
these fucking
Zanzibar,
weirdos.
Zanzibar did say may not respond.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. I think that's on
Why not
the actual
respond?
email. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe the information that was a pretty dense.
Retroactive interdiction possible, which is very interesting. I mean, retroactive. If he's jumping through time, he or
Oh
she.
my God, no! We're not gonna have a fucking time traveler writing us. Are
Madman Markham.
we got our own.
This
Markham?
is Madman Mark. I don't think Markham worked for the FDA. though.
No, I'm saying we have our own.
We might have our own Markham.
Come on now. Well, but yeah, I do like it when folks.
Can you post this on the Discord?
I will, yeah.
Okay.
And then that's at discord.frightday.com or well, I think that is it. We need to get the Frightday Community Center.org or something like that. No one steal that, by the way.
You should go do it right
do it
now. You want to take a minute?
No,
Okay.
we got a show to do.
Sorry. Okay. Wow, this is great.
Yeah,
This is great. I'm going to give it to the
interesting
girls
one,
to look
yeah.
at too. All right.
So-
Zanzibar goes on the list.
If you have Zanzibar theories, 1-833-374-4489. That's 1-833-FRIGHT9. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, guest Zanzibar.
Appreciate you,
right.
Zanzibar.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly, I think it's time for us to get to work because, of course, these DVD copies. What?
It's fine.
What, Kelly? They're not going to put themselves away.
Oh, okay. They aren't.
No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
These DVD copies, of course, specifically of Miss March. Got a whole bunch of them. It's time for staff picks.
They say so much, but they never tell you if it's any good.
Werewolf movie with P.T.'s mom in it?
The Howling, horror, straight ahead.
Did you just say Miss March is a good movie?
No, I said it's not even a good movie.
Have you seen it?
Of course. I've seen it.
From 2009, Zach Cregger's first film?
Oh, no. I thought this was is this one about the like next door neighbor that turns out to be a adult film star?
Yeah, I don't know. It was,
Elijah Cuthbert.
No, so that's a different one.
Oh, it's a different one.
That's The Girl Next Door, I think.
Oh, is it the exact same plot line, though?
Well, it is a sex comedy, a comedy about Zach's character awakening? Yeah, I guess, from a 4-year coma, finding out that his former high school sweetheart is now a Playboy centerfold model. So kind of that, right?
Wow.
Maybe that one's called Playmate of the Year or something like that.
I have no idea.
I don't know. This is a film that he co-directed with his pal Trevor Moore, who we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, I am going blind this week, Kelly.
Why?
I found a list of films that inspired Trevor Moore in making weapons, and a lot
you
of
did?
them. Yeah, and I guess we'll talk about a lot of
You
specific
don't
ones.
jump
But
the gun quite yet.
one that stood out to me that I thought this seemed kind of fun. It came from the mid-'70s, called Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Wait, Trevor Moore didn't make weapons. Zach Cregger.
No. Sorry, did I say Trevor did?
You did.
He co-directed Miss March with Zach.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
got
I'm
it.
not sure.
Sorry.
I might have slipped
Okay,
up, but
that's all right.
Yeah, Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Oh, I actually know this one. This is a
Really?
great film.
It's a great flip.
Flick film.
What we see and what we seem are but a dream. A dream within a dream.
It's a true story. You know that, right?
I don't know anything about this. We'll talk about it in a second. That's the new...
Good morning, girls. We are indeed fortunate in the weather for our picnic to Hanging Rock.
It's an eerie and profound masterpiece, said the Times,
You must
Kelly.
learn to love someone else apart from me. I won't be here much longer.
Were you a flute player?
I was.
You look like a flute player.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy to read.
Well, it's not a reed instrument.
Miranda!
Such a dad joke.
Don't go up there! Come back!
The film has a hypnotic spell, Kelly. You said you've seen this?
Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. In fact, I'd forgotten about it. It's really...
Peter Weir, the director of Witness, Dead Poets Society, and of course the Truman Show.
Right,
Great
like
film.
from... Wow.
Yeah.
He must be Australian then. I didn't realize he was Australian.
I know that they
I mean,
call
this is pure Aussie.
Yeah,
It's based on Aussie folklore.
Like Aussie new era of filmmaking, yeah, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Early 1900s, Miranda attends a girls' boarding school in Australia. One Valentine's Day, the school's typically strict headmistress treats the girls to a picnic field trip to an unusual but scenic volcanic formation called Hanging Rock. Despite rules against it, Miranda and several other girls venture off. And it's not until the end of the day that the faculty realizes that, well, the faculty and the girls, they discover that one of the teachers and one of the girls has disappeared mysteriously. So, I mean, this seems like right up my alley, Kelly. Mid-70s kind of slow burn cinema.
Yeah, and it is, so it's nebulously based on a true story. So the author of the book that it's based on is Australian, and a bunch of weird this is a real place, Hanging Rock.
Yeah.
A bunch of weird shit happens around
we
there.
go back to Australia? We did like a big Australia
I thought you meant like
episode.
we could go there.
I mean, listen, we can't go everywhere.
I mean, I kind of like, I like
Seems
the
like you're
idea
kind of on of
Australia.
Leave?
I just want to travel so that I'm not thinking about things as much.
So, true story surrounding this film, though?
Yeah, so the author that wrote the book that the film is based on apparently was inspired in these weird, like, almost lucid dreams to write the story. And it is rooted in some interesting folklore surrounding Hanging Rock and also based on a lot of other weird things that have happened at Hanging Rock. So it's kind of like an amalgamation, but it is a very, very strange place.
Yeah.
Definitely potentially of mysterious quality.
And I mean, does that does that just act as the backdrop of the film?
Oh no, that plays into what happens in the movie.
But they say here that it's a story of fear, desire, and repression. Are there themes inside of the film that are
totally.
a little
Totally.
bit more
I mean, it
dense
takes place
than just-
Victorian era Australia.
Yeah,
yes,
of course. Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna,
and it's on Valentine's Day.
It's also on HBO Max. So I'm
That's
gonna
your hint that it's a sexual repression
yes, I see
that's being discussed.
I see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Here. And yeah, I'm really excited to check it out.
Also, they follow a lizard.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, in my mind, that's just like Jim Morrison, who was like the Lizard King.
See, I remember, don't know much about the Doors. But...
I know. That might be a leap too far.
Okay.
But for some reason, Jim Morrison is always like the most highly sexualized figure in the world in my head.
I mean, what do we have? What's the original sin was a reptile.
Well, he was a snake that got them to eat an apple or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. If we're
Can't wait to talk to you about how that is actually rooted in alien
Jesus
intervention.
Christ. Yeah. I mean, I was really tempted to go down the, I don't know, dark, missing child kind of Fincher-esque stuff, Gone Baby Gone or Mystic River, but we'll talk about Prisoners at some point too later. But
Mystic River is the saddest
heavy
that
little
ever.
film. But I decided I would branch out and try to challenge myself to watch something new. So, blind recommendation. If anyone else wants to watch that with me, feel free.
Okay, I've got kind of an interesting movie that we're going to come full circle on. For those of you who watch Game of Thrones, the guy who played Jaime Lannister, Nicholas, whatever the F his name is.
Jesus, okay.
I mean, it's
a big one.
Nicolas Coster will do. I mean,
he's one of the ones that they found over there.
They found him over there.
Yeah, they're like, this is easy.
Well, but they didn't quite find him over there. He'd been acting for a while.
Okay.
And one of his earlier movies was 1994, a film called Night Watch. And then that movie was remade in 1997 by the same director, Ol Bornedal.
Kind of like a funny game situation.
Exactly. So it was made by the same director. Also, Vanilla Sky, I think the same thing happened
Really?
with. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Although that was Spain, but
we don't need
same type of deal otherwise. So was remade, and that's the version that we're going to talk about. But I didn't realize this until I was looking it up. There was a sequel made very recently, written by Ol Bornedal, called Night Watch Demons Are Forever, returning to having Jaime Lannister in it.
Okay.
So I got to watch the sequel too. But we're going to talk about not the original, but the remake of the original, 1997. Ewan McGregor, Josh Brolin.
Oh. Night Watch.
Yeah.
Martin Bells was a full-time student who needed a nighttime job, but he just accepted the wrong one.
A 17-year-old girl was found dead this evening.
No.
I saw her in the hallway.
He's the prime suspect.
I think someone is trying to frame me.
And in the eyes of a killer, the next victim.
There's someone very dangerous breathing down your neck.
No! Night Watch.
Patricia Arquette, you catch that glimpse of a John C. Reilly?
I did.
Yeah.
I love him as like
everything.
Well, his
musician.
Sure, yeah.
How do you feel about him and Jack White's new music video?
Unaware of it.
Oh, watch it.
Completely oblivious.
Jack White's new video.
I think John C. Reilly as a character actor was like probably that was such a delightful era. And then he tried to shake and bake, become a comedy icon, and he did a fairly good job of it. But I do miss when he would just peek up and go, hey,
Yep.
Just gotta say something dumb. And he was great at it.
He's wonderful.
Was he in Magnolia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he played a police officer, like a kind of bumbling, sad, awkward police officer.
Wonderful work there as well.
Yeah.
And
He's
another
incredible.
film that inspired Zack to make weapons.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
It's fine.
Zack's a smart man.
Excited to, Night Watch seems kind of fun. Do you remember that picture I took with Ewan McGregor at the premiere of Salmon Fishing in Yemen at the Seattle International Film Festival?
No, but I would love to see it again.
It's bad. I look rough in it, but
I want to see it. I love it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I accidentally cropped out my friend entirely.
Which friend?
My friend Jim. And he was really mean to me about it. He
what? Jim was mean about something?
I know, right?
That's weird. That doesn't happen.
Strange,
That's not a thing.
But I've never heard of this. This seems like a hoot and a blast. And Yeah. I guess this would be a great place for a call to action. We have social media at Frightday on Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky. If you want to let us know what your staff picks would be for weapons, because it's kind of a tricky one. Like this one I sat with for a while and I couldn't quite figure it out, and I'd be curious to hear what people think. We can have a talk about it in the Frightday Community Center as well. So yeah, time to lock up and prepare ourselves to discuss one of the, I guess, more, I don't know, I was going to say surprising hits of horror this summer, but, you know, I think it had a lot of momentum. Either way, we'll get into it as we discuss weapons.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
Weapons. It's a 2025 American mystery horror film directed, written, and produced, and also co-scored by Zach Cregger.
Oh, I did not know that part.
When all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. And who is behind this film, Kelly? It's a guy named Zach Cregger, born March 1st, 1981. And in the chat, Dennis is here. He said, did Kelly get Nessie? Because that's from Dennis, as I said. So.
Well, you didn't say it was from Dennis.
Did I not?
No.
He got it in a candied egg that we recorded. We recorded an episode of Louder Than Crowder last night here.
Oh, did you like how my husband saw a guy wearing a Louder with Crowder shirt and got excited because he thought it was yours?
Well, and then he threatened it. I don't think he thought it was mine. I think he...
Well, at first he thought,
really?
And then he was like, oh, wait,
no,
shoot.
It's the bad guy's
It's
shirt.
the bad one.
Yeah. Either way, Zach Cregger, you know, as most of the best current genre directors do, he got his start in the world of comedy. And this is something I think we should do for Behind the Screams one of these days, is actually like sit down and discuss why people who write comedy or started in comedy make such good horror films. I think it's pretty clear that it's because of tension and release, something like that. But
also, it's because he married Sarah Paxton.
Excuse me?
That's the biggest.
Zach Cregger married Sarah Paxton from Innkeepers?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that during our
We did.
Barbarian
That's why
episode.
that's why she was in this movie.
She was in this movie?
Yeah.
Who was she in this movie?
She had just a bit part. The other family that Brolin went to the house of.
I don't think that was her.
It was her.
Are you sure?
100%.
Wow.
Hundo P.
I thought it was someone else.
Hundo P.
Did you look into it?
Hundo P.
Okay, just making sure. Because I tried to look up who it was.
It's
Couldn't
her.
figure it out. That's Sarah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah, you know, people like Jim Cummings, Josh Rubin, and Zach. Yeah, he took kind of an unconventional path through sketch comedy. Were you aware of this? I really,
didn't
it's
know
been
this.
so long since we've talked about Barbarian that I'm not sure how much of this we covered.
Well, and I looking through his past stuff, I know he's done some like he was in some show called Mars this year, like a cartoon, which it was like a sketch comedy cartoon.
I think maybe was that part of the Whitest Kids You Know live or a cartoon animated movie? Could
be, I don't know, but it's like those guys.
How do you feel about
that
Temple
group.
University?
It's fine. I mean, it's like it's not a bad school.
What about the New York School of Visual Arts?
I mean, it's very good for its niche.
Yeah, that's where Zach transferred to study film, of course, and that's where he met a guy named Trevor Moore, who would become his creative partner and lifelong best friend. And in 2000, Zach co-founded the comedy troupe The Whitest Kids You Know with Trevor Moore, a guy named Sam Brown, Timmy Williams, who I bumped into at an airport once. And I said, are you the guy from Whitest Kids You Know? And he said, yes. And I said, I like your stuff. And then I walked away. And then his flight got delayed and he left. So
That's
sounded like he
amazing.
was missing something important, but
shoot.
Also, Darren was there. Darren Trumpeter is the other member of.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, I'm so bad on understanding any of that until
what? Until
I don't know.
afterwards?
Yeah, until after people become like super, 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 super famous. Like,
wait, you weren't a Whitest Kids You Know person at all?
No.
Yeah, I mean, they had a TV show.
Oh, I
Kelly,
know. I know.
2007 to 2011 on Fuse and then IFC. I think I only started watching during the IFC era.
I
But
never watched it during any of it.
very funny sketch comedy stuff.
Like, that's the kind of thing that, like, if Jim still lived around here and I
Yeah.
saw him all the time, then I would, like, be up on.
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was a big Whitest Kids You Know guy, but it's a. Just check it. There's so many clips on YouTube.
I'm sure it's very funny.
Especially now with the resurgence of Zach's popularity in horror with this film, plus like, sadly, well, we'll get into it again.
Okay.
So Zach first started filmmaking following some of the success with Whitest Kids You Know. They gave him a budget to make that sex comedy in 2009 called Miss March.
Which is not the one with Elijah Cuthbert.
No, it's a very similar style film though. Co-directed, co-wrote. Elijah Dushku?
Nope. I think this is
Cushburn.
Eliza Kush. Yep, whatever.
This is a Dermot Mulroney kind of thing, right? Was it Dylan McDermott, Dermot Mulroney? Yeah, same kind of thing.
So rough.
Yeah, a high school teen awakens him from a coma. His girlfriend's a Playboy model. They called it, quote, a complete and unmitigated failure. That's how Zach called it. The film did not do very well. They lost a lot of money, and the studio invested a lot in these guys, thinking that they could be like the next, big comedy boys.
Like Martin Short?
What are you talking about? Is that how it worked?
I don't know.
Martin
yeah.
Short got an investment from like a bunch of studios?
I don't know. Martin Short and all of his friends were like comedian troupe folk, I think.
Interesting. Zach called what happened next director jail. That's where he was sent after this. He acted, including he was in the TV show Friends with Benefits, Guys with Kids, and Wrecked. But yeah, he kind of just continued working through the Hollywood studio system and learning about things and, studying actors as he acted, which is kind of cool.
These people aren't connected with the very important people. Are they?
No, I don't.
The comedy, sketch comedy talk show thing?
Wait, I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll
very
have to
important
send it
people.
to you.
Yeah. 2022, he comes back with a film called Barbarian, which we talked about in episode 328 of this podcast. Do you remember he based it? Well, it was inspired by his reading of the book, The Gift of Fear. Remember, which was talking about fear from the female perspective. It was.
Oh.
Do you recall?
No.
No, you didn't pick up that nonfiction book.
No, which is weird. I mean, I love the nonfiction ones, but they do make quite a few a year, as it turns out.
Yeah. He at this point felt like he had nothing to lose. Sent it to almost every production studio, and most of them, I think almost all of them, said no except one. They didn't like that the film reset on page 50. Which, it kind of does. It's like a kind of like a false, like...
Yeah, I guess that is kind of true.
It's interesting, though. It's like kind of a really fun, non-traditional narrative.
Which is exactly, yeah.
It's one of the reasons that I like this film, even though it has like clear inspiration. Like, it doesn't stick to...
Well, and Barbarian reset on page 50.
It did that's the film I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking... Because this one did to some degree.
Yeah. I
don't know about page 50, but
several times, which is kind of fun and interesting. But yeah, it was when he was in post-production on Barbarian that his best friend unexpectedly died in a tragic accident. That man is Trevor Moore.
Oh my God.
Yeah, unfortunately.
How did he die?
Well, Kelly...
Not named, so probably...
No, I mean, we can talk about it. He fell off. So this was 2021. I think I wrote it down. Let's see. August of 2021, I believe.
Okay.
We're in the middle of the pandemic. The Whitest Kids You Know guys had been doing like daily-ish live streams, just kind of like talking about the production of the show, doing like little bits with each other. It was really fun.
Okay.
And one of the hobbies that Trevor had been talking a lot about was how during the pandemic he had taught himself and had started bootlegging moonshine, which is kind of cool. intel,
bootlegging.
Well,
moonshine.
sorry. Bootlegging implies selling it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was just throwing together related terms.
He was making his own moonshine.
He was making his own moonshine.
I mean, that's like very scary.
It seems that way, especially when you find out that he passed away. He fell from the balcony of his home in Los Angeles and died from blunt force trauma to his head, and I imagine body as well. But
that had to do with
a lot of people on the internet thought that he either, was extremely intoxicated from drinking the moonshine, or that methanol poisoning, I think, is something that could be related to that.
Okay.
Or that his still exploded, and that was what killed him. That was like the initial story that went out. He did die from getting drunk and falling off of his balcony, unfortunately.
Oh my god!
But yeah, something I feel like
I just know you can get poisoned by it.
Yeah. So, what was the coroner report? Didn't say. It just said his alcohol levels were over the legal limit, which I don't know how relevant that is in terms of like, is it illegal just to be drunk? I don't think.
Hold on, what was his BAC?
I don't know. I don't have his exact BAC. But
okay.
Super sad, super
That is
tragic,
awful.
like incredibly talented, very bright guy. I think he's the kind of guy that you really would have liked, Kelly.
Sure, I would have.
I'm Trevor Moore. Did you know that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America? It's illegal. It's a federal offense. It's one of the only sentences that you're not allowed to say. Now, it was okay for me to say it right then because I was just telling you that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America. I'm not actually saying it. I'm just letting you know that it's illegal to say that. It's kind of like a public service.
Thanks,
I'm
Trevor.
letting you know
Thank
so that you don't accidentally go out and say something like that. But what's interesting is that it's very illegal to say, I really, really think someone out there should kill the President of the United States of America. That's illegal. Extremely illegal. Very, very illegal.
Yeah.
But not illegal to say with a mortar launcher. Because that's its own sentence. It's an incomplete sentence, but it may have nothing to do with the sentence
Could be
before
referring
that.
to something totally
that's
different.
perfectly
Very
fine.
much.
Perfectly legal.
Fine.
I also found out that it's incredibly illegal, extremely illegal, to go on television and say something like the best place to fire a mortar launcher at the White House would be from the roof of the Rockefeller Hewitt building because of minimal security, and you'd have a clear line of sight to the president's bedroom.
Oh, yeah. I mean, clearly he's talking about something else.
Yeah.
Okay, I really do like that
He's
guy,
a wonderful
clearly.
guy. Honestly, just a sweet guy and extremely talented, gone way too soon. And what a horrific thing to have to handle while you're in post-production on your big Hollywood film. Like, oh my God, what a nightmare. So what he did with that energy is he wrote another screenplay. He wrote the screenplay for the film Weapons to kind of process the grief and loss of his best friend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, I just started with one line. This is a true story. This is a true story of my town. All these kids disappeared. And that was the beginning of it. So started with that cold open. I feel like it's rare that you actually literally start writing a film from like the beginning,
Oh,
right? Like
I mean,
seems like it would be something that you'd return to.
I guess it depends on your creative methods.
Yeah. Like, do you write a song with the first lyric
Do you?
in mind?
I don't
know.
write songs.
That's tough to say. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, a very personal project for him because this is like the largest tragedy that's ever happened to him. Lost his best friend, his creative partner.
Okay, can you tell me, this is really weird, but can you tell me who Trevor Moore was married to?
I don't remember. I think it's a normie, if I recall.
Oh, it wasn't like one of the other indie horror darling women? I was wondering if it was like Ashley, what's her name, or something like that.
Amy Carlson. Just
okay.
She was they were both actually NBC pages.
Oh, they were like that cute guy in 30 Rock. That sweet man.
Yeah. So I feel like she was just a normal person, and after his death, a lot of people were kind of harassing her, trying to figure out what happened. That's what I recall. Remember, a lot of people had a lot of free time during the pandemic.
Yeah, free time to be assholes. Well, should have been working on their gardens and their sourdough. You don't need to be mean to people.
Yeah, everyone. Well, I don't think they were being mean. I think they're being kind of. They were. What is it? Parasocial?
Nosy?
Yeah. trying to feel as if they actually had a right to that kind of information. But
well, that's weird. That's being mean.
The film, of course, incredible cast for weapons. Julia Gardner as Justine Gandy. Josh Brolin. You ever heard of that guy? Archer Graff, yeah. It wasn't always going to be Josh Brolin, though. There's some starts and stops. I believe there was a strike in between the production of this film, and we lost the original person who was intended to play Josh Brolin's character.
Who was it?
Pedro Pascal. Just like every other character in every other film.
I'm really glad it ended up being Brolin, though.
I think Brolin killed it. Like,
he's so good.
It's I mean, I think we'll talk about his character a little bit more during his chapter, but like there's something about Josh Brolin in this film that is like maybe like now I was going to say like one of the most, yeah, I can still say that. One of the most like because he was also Old Boy, huh? One of the most paternal roles that he's had in like a really layered, complex way. Like,
okay, so this is why, and I know I've said this to you so many times, Byron, I really need you to watch Outer Range.
Oh, okay.
It had shades of that in
Sure.
it. His role in that series is one of my favorite, like, acting.
And that's on Apple TV, right? I think it is.
Maybe. Might be Apple, might be Hulu. Anyhow, it's done now, but like he funded the last season basically himself because he wanted to wrap up the story so badly. It is one of the most underrated series out there. Really, everybody go watch it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
You can look right at the camera and tell them that.
I like looking that way.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe there's a ghost over there.
There's no ghost.
Everyone.
Great. Well, I already
Okay.
switched
No, I
the
don't like it.
camera.
It's really weird to look at the camera. That just feels awkward.
Just don't want to make eye contact, huh? Yep. They had a strike. Pascal, and I think, isn't Pedro Pascal filling in for someone else in a new film? I feel like that he's always just like kind of hopping in and doing his thing. And I think we're all going to get Pedro Pascal fatigue, if I'm being honest. Great guy, it seems, right? Other than I feel like recently there was some stuff about him being kind of handsy with folks. Todd Haynes, he's stepping in to cover for Joaquin Phoenix, who left this gay romance film by Todd Haynes.
Why did he leave it?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I feel like Joaquin has left a lot of projects like abruptly recently.
He's a very artistic
asshole. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if he's an asshole.
You're not supposed to just leave after you commit to projects.
No, you're not supposed to.
It's rude to do, but
could be.
Apparently, one of the only characters that remained from the original casting. What are you looking for? Your gun? Oh, you're eating. Austin Noah Abrams was one of the only guys that was originally cast that stuck through the strike. So
wow,
and he's the long-haired drug addict guy.
He was
wonderful,
like uncomfortably good too.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was the same guy who he had a small role in the 5th and 6th seasons of The Walking Dead. And what he was young Mark on This Is Us in the later seasons.
I still haven't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I stopped after season 2, but he's also in Euphoria, which is the film that you
can't watch that
as your children are growing up are unable to watch
because of my students.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just I mean this is his stand-up performance for me though. Like unbelievable stuff, really really wonderful. But they shot it in Atlanta, Georgia. It's set in the fictional town of Maybrook, Pennsylvania. The production is New Line Cinema, which I loved seeing them pop up in the front there.
I really hope that eventually my brain holds that kind of stuff. Like, oh, New Line makes these things.
Sure. I mean, someday you could work on that. You could stop doing all the UFO stuff that you're... Are you sure? All right.
Not willing to give that up. Definitely not.
It's broken up into chapters, kind of Magnolia-esque. And before we talk about that, it's other films that inspired Zack. Prisoners.
Amazing.
Yeah, Jake
Villeneuve.
Gyllenhaal?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Villeneuve?
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Dano, one of the grossest performances by Paul
Jackman.
Dano. Jackman. That was a great film.
It was a great film.
Underrated. And that serious, like, very tonally like that, I guess. The Shining, very intricate shots Like if you look at the shot list for this film, incredible.
Totally.
Like coming off of the school bus, like the camera follows like through as they're exiting. All these like incredible shots. So
yeah.
And then Magnolia.
I love how much he loves Magnolia.
Yeah, I think Magnolia is a good film, and I guess I can come around on it. But before it was like I put it in the box of like no shit / duh. Like it's a good film, but like why are we talking about it? You know, might as well be like American Beauty or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's better than both of those by a lot.
Or Adaptation. Like they're all great films, but like what are you doing? If you pull,
I have another Lara bar.
Okay.
Did you notice that I got ones that are like super quiet? Did you hear it? You couldn't even hear me eating.
The problem is you're pulling out multiple smaller Lara bars, which make the show like it breaks up the show a little bit more if you have to stop and open up packages, multiple ones. You know.
I'm just I'm going to tell you right now that was a full size Lara bar.
Multi-perspective structure, one shared event, each character kind of facing their own crisis uniquely. And yeah, a chapter by chapter format where each chapter in this case is named after a main character, Justine, Archer, Paul, James, Marcus, and Alex. And it's kind of I guess it's a non-linear narrative because it resets, but it's not like a, non-linear in the sense of like, you have to like really think hard to figure out and place where you are.
Right. But I liked the points that it cut and then came back to.
Sure.
I thought were woven together really, really well.
Yeah,
and that actually reminded me of Magnolia while watching it. And I was thinking about, like, obviously you've got to have great, like creative verbal skills to write something like this.
Sure.
But the spatial skills for like the intertwining, like
he already admitted
impressive.
that I think, I can't remember what exact point. He said it doesn't really make sense if you try to put it together. There's like continuity errors throughout, and he just is like, fuck it. Like, it doesn't really matter, which
I didn't catch any of them. Isn't that interesting?
Sense, yeah. I mean, Kelly, we've got ourselves a literal witch hunt here. Interesting little situation. The film opens up, chapter 1, Justine. We've got Justine Gandy, as I said, Julia Gardner, recovering from the whole Wolfman situation.
Okay, I never saw it. Did you actually see it?
Heard terrible stuff about this.
I heard such bad things. And the thing is, I keep rooting for the Universal monsters.
Well, and we love Lee Whannell, I think.
We do.
I mean, for the most part, I think he's kind of a fun director, but I don't know how good he is. Like, I think he got lucky with Invisible Man.
Maybe. I mean, I thought Invisible Man was fine. I never thought it was that great, but
Upgrade was like a dumb, like 80s inspired action film. You don't need.
I never saw that.
I think we covered it for the show.
Upgrade,
yeah. It's like
hold on.
Are you gonna type it in and see?
Of course
yeah,
I am.
I think we covered it for the show. I'm just saying. I think Sam really enjoyed it because it's kind of like it's like Terminator-y, but like sci-fi modern. I don't know. Like it's about physical upgrades basically to make you stronger or other things. I don't know. Either way,
doesn't look familiar.
We're steps
doesn't
away.
mean anything.
Julia, thank God she's back, and she's playing a third grade teacher whose entire class, except for one guy named Alex Lilly, mysteriously vanished at the same time. Clearly, the town is they got questions. Why her classroom? Why not Alex? And what did she have to do with it? Right?
Yep. There were so many interesting comments. I mean, like the Crucible is supposed to be about the witch hunts in the 1950s in Hollywood. It was like an allegory, right? And I feel like this is perhaps an allegory for all sorts of different things because there are pieces that make no sense, which then further highlight the absurdity of people looking for a scapegoat. So like this kid...
you're going to tell me right now.
Yeah, so this kid... The only kid that doesn't disappear.
Alex.
And yet, his parents are not involved in any of these discussions. Nobody seems to find it strange that his parents aren't around, that his parents haven't been showing up because he's been interviewed by police 8,000 times.
Yeah, I think we might be getting ahead of ourselves a little bit.
Well, I'm just saying, but like the absence of his parents should be a huge issue to all of these people who are looking for a reason that their kids disappeared. And yet they're so dead set on
trying to find out
the scapegoat, and like this is the person who's going to carry all of my pain and anger.
Which is kind of what I stumbled through in my opening a little bit.
No, you're absolutely right. The idea of like, pointing all of this at somebody and not realizing that they're
not
going through something
inward
too.
at all, and not looking at anyone else. Just looking for a release for their own personal grief.
And I also think the choice to open the story with a little kid narrating. We never find out who that little kid
Actually,
is.
they have a theory about who it is, which I might spill at the end.
Oh, interesting. You should.
Yeah.
But like whoever it is, it's a kid that's telling the story.
Yeah.
And it is
so we're set up with
wrapped
an
around with a
unreliable
kid at the end.
narrator.
Right. But when you think about what the kid is saying and like the simplicity of what they're saying, by the end of the story, it's certainly no less reliable than the people of this town that we've been open to.
Yeah, because we're seeing it through the eyes of so many different people who are experiencing so many different, who are reacting to an experience in so many different ways. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and speaking about Julia specifically, I think it really highlights that everyone's got their own shit, like
they do.
And I think that that's kind of a cool way to open this,
carrying their own problems.
She's struggling with alcoholism, and she's racked with guilt surrounding this, but at the same time she's got kind of that complicated like guilt but also frustration for being like she's a victim who is now being targeted as well
as the villain,
right?
yeah.
And I think that that's something that really complicates and exists in so many ways, like in society all the time, right? Like there's so many people who are going through something that no one recognizes, and it's really easy for those people who are also victims to become villains, and for the people to victimize them who are being victimized themselves. Like it's a terrible loop of just misguided trauma response, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just so human to want to make something simple and open and shut, and this is the reason, and nothing is ever actually that simple. But boy, are they trying to put it on this woman.
Yeah.
Also, I happen to have a third grader, and just the idea of anybody who can genuinely care about a classroom of third graders every day, I'm like, they're saints. Yeah. They're saints. And she genuinely, for all of her shortcomings, like, it's clear she really cares about her kids. She's genuinely worried about the well-being of the one who remains, too. And like,
well, I mean, and that's also kind of layered as well, because I think that she selfishly wants to talk to
some
him
clarity,
because she's like, we are it right now.
Right.
We're the only two that kind of could piece this together.
Right. And I would argue, being a nosy Nelly myself, I think that there are parts of, clearly it's selfish. Part of it is also almost like this gaslighting response of like, okay, I know I didn't do this.
Yeah.
You must know I didn't do this.
Help me.
And then the more that the things start closing in on her, I think the more angry and frantic and in some ways selfish she becomes.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that's a response to,
yeah. Which, I mean, this is just, I just love how well written this is. Like,
it is.
It's a very rich character, and it's tackled quite like quickly and efficiently.
She's incredible. Also, I know we shouldn't do more side notes because we're already way down this, but do you know that she's playing Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, in the new movie about FTX?
I did not know that. It kind of makes sense, though. Glasses. Do you know she chose to wear glasses? And she chose to wear graphic tees, and then she realized that she was dressing almost exactly like Zack. Like mid-production, she's like,
whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means, but like there's something about that.
Something supernatural, mayhaps.
I don't know about supernatural.
The energy, his...
Maybe she just felt it in his writing, which I don't know if that's a sign of a good or bad written character, because, oftentimes bad directors, like let's say Kevin Smith, will write the same character, which is himself, and overlay it over.
Do we ever?
I like it.
Kevin
I know.
Smith
I like
anymore.
I think he's fine. I'm just saying that his movies are what they are, but all he does is, no matter how many characters are in his film, every character is him. So, Interesting side note. But yeah, Julia, she's struggling, clearly this is turning up her struggles with alcohol. She's, also, desperately seeking any sort of affection or familiarity that is now like as comfort.
Comfort, validation, all of these things, right?
Yeah, because everything's collapsed around her. And, she, for the most part, if this didn't happen, like, she got in trouble for driving a student home one day, right?
It was funny because I was hearing that, and obviously as a mother, there are certain things I'm pretty sensitive to with teachers, and the things that she had apparently gotten in trouble for before. I'm like, are you effing kidding me?
Well, but if these other things hadn't happened, like I don't know if did they say she had like public problems with alcohol, or she just actually got in trouble for driving the student home?
And for apparently giving some kid a hug. That like came up and asked for a hug because they were like really sad about something.
Is that what it was?
And
but was that added
at my
after
school?
the missing stuff? Like,
yes, it was after the missing stuff.
So yeah, if
no, those things happened before, but she had been in trouble for those, and then this was those were evidence that maybe she did do something bad, which is fucking crazy. All the teachers at my daughter's schools, I mean, they don't like force hugs, but they all give hugs.
They give hugs?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Every single one.
I don't know. These days, I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that. I mean, like, they ask kids, like, is it okay? But
one of the greater scares in this film, early scares, is when Justine's sleeping in her car and gets a piece of her hair cut off.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. And absurd.
Very absurd, very scary, startling stuff that leads us to a character named Archer. Chapter 2, played by Josh Brolin, of course, the father of a missing kid named Matthew. I mean, we kind of just re-walk through the events of the first chapter from this different perspective, which is a cool perspective because it's of the parents, like we are experiencing her as the victim as well as complicated, survivor. And now we have this kind of portrait of a struggling man too, who I love it because it's such a nuanced take of this like tough, strong dad, because like he isn't really like he owns a construction company and he fucks up a couple things, but he admits it too.
He totally does. He's like, it's my bad.
Yeah. And like I think that it's just such a richer character when you're not leaning into stereotypes of like this is a tough construction worker guy who would be like, oh fuck,
Brolin wouldn't have taken the role if it was that two-dimensional.
I kind of agree.
Couldn't have happened.
Yeah, why would
you can't snag a Brolin with that two-dimensional of a role?
That's a great point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how deeply we need to talk about his character here, other than to say he's struggling with the loss of his son Matthew.
And
right?
I don't know if the way that Moore wrote this was for an older father, or if that was just like how this worked out. But I thought it was really interesting, and this could just be because as a mom, and I've got siblings that may or may not have kids at some point, and there's always discussion around, okay, well, like, when's the right time to have kids? I immediately noted that he was an older dad, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was the way it was written or not, but one of the things I felt was really powerful was just the image of him sleeping in his son's bed, like mourning his son's passing. And you always hear when these things happen that it typically breaks down a marriage. Obviously, the wife, I'm sure the mom was mourning.
Yeah.
And I think that's also part of it too. As we're seeing Archer's story, we basically don't see his wife.
Yeah.
Because like he's so immersed in this and obsessed that everything else is shut off.
Which I think is a common thing. I think a lot of people go through divorce after tragedy and loss surrounding their children, because
you're spot on. Yeah.
I don't know why exactly. I'm sure it's a layer of like, misplaced, blame, right? Like regardless, where if you don't have a reason to, or a finger to point, or direction to point your finger, then, you're tempted to point it towards yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dream that he has, though, while he's sleeping in the bed of his child, did that stand out to you at all? It's kind of one of those things that I was like, this is when I left the theater, I was like, I don't understand that part.
The gun
floating in the sky.
I said something, I wish I would remember it, but I said something to Sam about that when we left the theater because I was like, isn't that weird to you? Like, and he had some answer where he was like, no, that wasn't weird. It was bull.
Well, there was an alarm clock that had...
I was like, son of a bitch!
2:17, of course. Clearly, that's the time that all the children got out of bed. I don't even know if we mentioned this. At 2:17, all the children in this classroom who went missing...
By the way, the whole point of the movie is...
Yeah, got out of their bed and ran out of their homes with their arms out to their side, kind of lifted out. How it was described to the children, I believe, in the moment was as if you're carrying heavy bags, which I think is interesting, right? Like,
that's a really good point because they were like this.
Yeah, which I mean, I think kind of comes into play with the explanation in the third act. But also an image that I don't know if this was direct from Zach or if it was just from someone else. They said that the way that the kids looked was similar to that famous picture out of the Vietnam War of that village, the naked kid. Did that just happen, or did you read about that?
No, I didn't. Just now when you said that.
Yeah, the napalm kid in Vietnam. So kind of a stark visual, but also in this dream that the character Josh Brolin is playing. In the dream, there's an alarm clock with 3:17 and an AR-15. And apparently they think, this is theorized, I don't know if it's been confirmed, the internet, the wider internet, believes that it was 217 votes for the assault weapons ban, which was H.R. 1808, that the U.S. House of Representatives, they did, what did they say? That was just the name of the bill, I guess. That was how many votes for the assault weapons ban were needed, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I would have to read it here. But 217 votes cast in the U.S. House for the assault weapons ban in 2022. So, did it pass though, or did it not pass? Is that what they're saying? I'm not really sure.
Well, the assault weapons ban, I know, has been. I got to see if it was a renewal for it passing.
Sure. Okay. I mean, that could just be the internet being the internet, but I thought that was kind of interesting, and it would explain the assault rifle, because why else?
And if only our weapons authenticity person was here, he would be able to answer us.
Did he like the movie? He thought it was good, right?
Enactment of the assault weapons ban of 2022.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Great. Literally, we forgot to mention that Justine's car is vandalized. The word witch is written on the side of it. And it turns out that this was Archer did this one night because he has a problem with her. He had been continually going to the police to ask for updates and give tips.
Well, he can't make sense of what happened to his son, and this is the closest his brain can come. And so he needs it to be her fault, and he needs to get revenge. Like, that's how he respects his son.
It looks like Siggy putting in the chat said that is from Zach. It's in the script. So I'm not sure if that's the number 217, the weapons bill, or the Vietnam napalm girl. But thanks for dropping that in the chat. I appreciate that. It's also after Justine's car becomes vandalized that she rekindles a relationship with a guy named Paul. You want to talk about Paul? Dare I say the comic relief in this film, right?
Okay, so also...
should we transition? Because I guess she does get tackled by a guy.
So they're a mad... I don't know, it reminded me of 28 Weeks Later. It looked like a zombie, but a running zombie coming towards her, blood coming out of his eyes. You realize that this is actually her principal.
Sure, yep.
Tackles her, and then Archer almost kicks into, holy shit, I gotta save her, actually.
Yeah.
So it was this moment of humanity, which was kind of sweet. But then we switch, and now we're in Paul's world, and Paul is her
ex-boyfriend, kind of, right?
And this is definitely a Magnolia tip of the hat.
Sure.
Because this is John C. Reilly.
Do you think this is Riley's character?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a goofball, a bit of a bumble.
Yeah, just a Barney Fife
A mustache, almost like a Dewey. Almost like a Deputy Dewey. Yeah, and I mean things lighten up. I think it's a great way to break up the tension when you have basically a rage zombie tackling Julia Gardner, and then you hard cut to like Paul being Paul, a corrupt police officer who, he's struggling. He's got what seems like a pretty good relationship with his wife Donna. They are struggling to conceive though, and he's a recovering alcoholic. And his father-in-law is the police captain. Yeah, so there's a lot of pressure on him to perform, stay on the straight and narrow, and try to be a dad. And I don't know how much he's committed to that idea. And this kind of all, his control kind of. His internal house of cards gets knocked over when he encounters a guy named James, who's a vagrant. He's an addict, and he pulls him over because James is trying to break into a building to steal probably copper to sell for something.
Yeah, that's what I was anticipating. Like I figured it was.
Yeah, chases him down, pats him down, says, "You don't have any needles on you, right? I'm gonna check your pockets." And the guy said, "No, I don't." And then clearly he does, and Paul pricks himself on this needle and punches him in the
Yeah, and that was like, I mean, that move even before I had any idea that there was a Magnolia connection, that made me think of that character in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I can see it. Yeah. And then, I mean, that's a clear fuck up, right? Like everything at that point, his car camera's on, like, I mean, his basically his career is over if this comes out, and this is his full loss of control. It's the beginning of his downslide.
Well, and if you fast forward a little bit further, there's a point at which there's a really important bit of information that this addict is holding, and that information would be given to an important catalyst, like to help the situation resolve.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Paul fucking it up so badly again.
Because James is actually kind of the hero of this thing.
Totally agree.
Right? Like
100%. He even tries to tell everybody that he is.
That is true. Well, and I mean, he may want money as well.
Oh, that's all he wants.
Yeah.
But
he
like
doesn't
that.
Really care. He's the accidental hero of this film.
The scene where he's like trying to talk, it must be his like brother or sister on the phone, and like is pacing and trying to convince them that.
Yeah, honestly, fuck the Paul story. Like, can I be real? Like, I like him as a character. I just don't know how much this was like super necessary in the film. It's like kind of a long film.
Well, I think it's necessary because he's the foil.
He might be
he's the foil to everything.
And if you just had him there without kind of the backstory, I guess it might not be so effective. But at the same time, like, I think it does kind of break up the tension of the film in a way that is borderline disruptive.
I don't know, I kind of liked it because it was really uncomfortable at different points, and I really liked having that. Like,
that's when it's a comedy, right? Like, it's almost like a Jim Cummings style comedy.
Yes.
Right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not just because Jim Cummings always makes films about cops, but
a
little
he
bit.
He tends to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I think we should probably jump to James since we've been talking about this a lot.
James.
He gets punched in the head and is told by Paul, "Don't ever come to the police station.
Don't let me ever see you around here again."
Yeah, or basically he'll kill him. He'll kill him, right?
Like, fuck off or die.
Yeah, and so James, I guess he's kind of ticked, but I think he's used to being kind of a kicked dog in this sense.
Oh, I mean, he's a meth addict.
Yeah, I mean, and he's desperately trying to make money through every unlocked door and phone call that he can get through, right?
It made me so sad.
Yeah.
Like, so sad. I cannot even tell you how sad.
Well, Austin Abrams does such a great job of being this character. Like,
and I don't
you just, because it's again, he's the guy from The Walking Dead and Euphoria and all these other projects
that I don't watch. So
no, but there's something about his, like, there's a piece of his brain that's missing. Like, the way he thinks and interacts with people is like really like a palpable kind of way of being, right?
Yes.
So this chapter is super interesting.
Well, and I felt like he's kind of, in the way that Paul's the character that foils everything, James is the character that's like the linchpin to like everything actually like resolving.
Completely unintentional.
Without, in a Forrest Gump sort of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is basically a horror Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he's like an addict Forrest Gump.
Yeah. So, he accidentally, in his attempt to find things to steal, stumbles upon a home with two adult folks inside. I know the male is played by one of my favorite folks on the planet, a guy named Whitmer Thomas. Are you familiar with him?
Well, of course I am.
Wait. Why do you know Whitmer Thomas? This guy. No, you don't even know. The dad. This guy. Now you gotta say words because it's a...
Okay, but when you say the name, and then I know I looked him up after this, and I do know who it is, but I can't remember why or how I know who it is.
Well, he's like... So Whitmer goes way back. You remember... No, you don't. You didn't watch The Civil Dead. So he's part of a comedy troupe that I've been following in LA for a very long time called Power Violence. And then he became a stand-up comedian and musician.
Okay.
I went to Portland a couple times to see him live, like at super small clubs. He's like a wonderful, really funny, but like just now kind of popping off type of fella. I talked to his directing buddy, basically the Trevor to his Zack, Clay Tatum, for his film The Civil Dead. No, these are my guys, my boys. And
no, but Whitmer Thomas is like, I know that name though, and it's got to be for more than you just telling me things, because you tell me a lot of things.
If you want to watch his stand-up special, The Golden One, you should definitely go check that out. But he also just put out a new EP for Sub Pop Records, and you should.
Really?
Wait.
What's
Saddle
the genre?
Creek, Sub Pop? Oh, just like indie folk stuff.
Just sad, gloomy Gus?
I don't know how sad and gloomy he is, but he is wonderful. And it's just wonderful to see him in this film. But And his character was like kind of sweet talking to young Alex in the final chapter, which we'll get to. But in this scene, he and his wife are seen sitting on the couch in basically a fugue state.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you know something is up.
And so James, though, he figures he can still work around this because they're not doing anything, right?
Yeah, like he literally gets scared shitless, and then he's like, wait a second.
I can still steal all the silverware.
Right, which is like, okay, it is comedic, but it's also unbelievably tragic. Like, come on,
Thanks
man.
for pointing out Siggy Pudding, also a skateboarder. Whitmer Thomas is a great skateboarder.
Oh, so what you're telling me is that's my in
to
the Stars Academy. Because if he's a great skateboarder, he's got to be friends.
You know, actually, it's funny you say that. He did one of his stand-up jokes was him making doing an impersonation of Tom DeLonge singing "I Miss You,"
and I bet he was really good. I bet it was an absurd.
And it went so well that eventually him, Mark Hoppus, and Jonah Ray from I think we talked about Jonah Ray, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but he's the new host of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, okay.
They did like a one-night only show where they did Blink-182 covers before Blink-182 got back together, with Whitmer singing and playing guitar.
So what you're trying to say is that it is my N?
No, I mean, maybe, actually, right?
My favorite band, I don't know if this is cool here, it's probably not, but my favorite band of all time is Blink-182.
Okay, he's my N.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's been settled.
It's possible.
I do, I love them because they made their living off being silly idiots, and that's all that I want to do. But then a few years back, they came out with a serious song. They tried to be serious, called Miss You. It goes, I miss you, I miss you.
Oh no.
And they have two singers.
Don't get...
Notoriously. The first singer, he does a pretty good job, you know? He comes in, he has these darker lyrics, he does okay. He goes, hello there, the angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the morgue.
He's not mocking the voice enough.
Hold tight.
Pretty good job. But they have two singers. The second guy's
come to Missoula?
No. Second grown adult. goes, I miss you, I miss you. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. I miss somebody and always. This sick, strange darkness comes.
So that kind of went a little mini viral, and
I appreciate the fact that DeLong didn't take it so like personally. I mean, a person could take that personally.
Well, yeah,
it makes me like DeLong more that he didn't.
He did it with Mark, so. I don't know.
So maybe DeLong did take it personally.
I love Whitmer. James loves stealing shit from his house, but he didn't check the basement yet. He goes to the basement, and there's all these kids there.
And that really freaks him the fuck out.
Kids are down there, and that is a freaky thing. That's a freaky thing. That's not great.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get another little, slowdown chapter. We have Marcus Miller, played by Benedict Wong. He's a school principal. And this is where...
what do I know his boyfriend from?
Not much. I just saw him on TikTok saying, "Can you believe that I got cast in a real feature film?" He was like really excited about it. So I don't know much about other roles that person has had, but I do know that people are going crazy over a plate of 7 hot dogs.
Loved the plate of 7 hot dogs.
Yeah, that's apparently maybe potentially a callback to the Whitest Kids You Know sketch where one of the guys, Timmy, is at the doctor and he tells the doctor that he eats 7 hot dogs a day or something like that. So, oh my God. I'm not sure. It was a joke. It's a bit, Kelly.
I mean, but I could eat 7 hot dogs.
You could eat 7 hot dogs?
I could.
Well, it's a beautiful
It depends
tray.
on whether they're good hot dogs or not.
And this is also, though, I mean, if it was just a chapter about Marcus Miller and his boyfriend or partner, I don't know how exciting it would be, but we do get a visit from someone named Aunt Glattis.
And this is where shit gets crazy.
Super wonderful. Aunt Glattis, played by Playmate, right? Well,
Playmate.
It's just a cover.
She's also where I recognized her from, wife from Field of Dreams.
I was going to say, I know Field
Uncle
of
Buck.
Dreams, Uncle Buck, also The Hunt. I don't know if you were aware.
Don't know that
Ma
one.
in the film
Oh,
The Hunt.
yeah, I really like that. I forgot. I keep meaning to make Sam watch that.
Yeah, I feel like Sam watched it with us.
He
but
didn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's been one of those lingering, like, what the fuck, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, Aunt Glattis, that's Alex's eccentric great aunt Glattis, who comes to, I guess, move in with Alex's family. They're going to take care of her until she dies, and I believe
She's in hospice.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah. I'm familiar with how that goes, Kelly.
I'll be. Except, I don't think your grandma was like Glattis.
No, my grandma was wonderful.
She was a really good human.
Yeah, well, yeah, she did it. She enchanted some folks.
Well,
she did try to drain my energy once.
I mean, that's fine. That's you.
Yeah, I guess.
Was it a bunch of little kids? No, then she's fine.
That's true. She keeps inside the family. If she would have stopped with Whitmer Thomas and his wife, I think it would have been okay, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's my collarbone. Weird.
Don't do that. That's
Sorry.
uncomfortable. Please stop
Never
that.
Never done that before. A little tapping on that.
Weird. It's sticking out real far.
No, it's not. It's fine. So we've got ourselves some supernatural ritual that, because the principal is causing trouble for Glattis, because he wants to see Alex's parents, and Glattis has clearly enchanted. Well, not clearly, not to the principal, but
not to the principal.
Us, the audience, has turned them into zombies that are incapable of, seeing anyone,
So they
doing
can't-
anything.
They can't come right now.
Yeah,
They can't show up at the school.
So she makes a home visit to Marcus Miller's house, and shit goes real wild real quick. And
pretty bad.
The witch hunt turns into a witch story. And God, there's something about this witch representation that just feels wholly original. And I don't know what it is.
Well, because I feel like it's got to be a witch, right? Because there are all these references to a witch. But
Yeah.
then I'm like, is it more than a witch? Like, there's just some really crazy shit going on. Like, is she even a human? Is this like some demon creature?
It's just like Deborah Logan or something.
It
right?
was
Like,
fucking really upsetting.
So Glattis, I mean, visually one of the more, like, basically female long legs, I guess. Like,
yes.
Something.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's his long lost love.
I don't know about love. Maybe like that's like maybe
Somebody needs to write a fanfic.
I mean, I think she still appears to be older than Longlegs, but
No,
you don't think so?
No,
You
I
think-
mean,
I don't know.
Depending on whether she's human or otherworldly.
That's true. This
like-
could be my sort of misogynistic bias in film. I could be
Yeah, no,
aging
they're about
them
the same.
inappropriately. Yeah. Either way, wonderful character. She's got a great system where she has these special tree branches. She wraps hair around them, other objects, charges it up.
Don't
with
forget
her
the thorn, a little bit of blood.
Yes, of
Yep.
course. And then once she snaps the sticks, she has basically full control over.
You can do such fun things.
Yeah, well, you could choose to do fun things, but you can also make them do awful stuff to each other.
I would make a lot of UFO people interview me.
Oh my God, they will do
Or
it.
do
They are
interviews with
desperate
me.
to talk to anyone that
Well,
listen.
we really need to do more. All I want to do.
We have like a whole backlog.
I need more.
No, you don't.
I want to do more.
All right,
That's all I want to do.
Either way, yeah. And the way to stop this is she drops the sticks in a bowl of water, which she always has handy before she starts the ritual.
Water
because-
is traditional for stopping witchy things
Is that
and
right?
aliens, as it turns out, if you'll remember.
Oh, I was unaware. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the signs. Remember?
So yeah, the trigger, the snap, it's kind of a cool little device, right? Like,
yep.
And the we get like full on brutality kind of moments in this, like this principal smashing the head of his lover with his own head
It
until
made you and Sam very happy. Those ones.
That's not the reason I like.
Well, no, the extreme violence. You and Sam love that extreme.
You know, it's only effective if it's paired
What do they
with.
call it in Clockwork Orange? I just lost that in my head.
Hyper violent. What is it? It's something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not sure. It's fun though, really cool. But this is where like the stories overlap. The principal is sent after. My gosh, is it Justine's character? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's this extended running scene of him, in a basically like a we're following a rage zombie, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. At what point when did James stab Paul in the face? Is that in this next chapter? I don't know. I just thought that was fun.
Trying to remember. I mean, it was in the house, but I'm trying to remember in which chapter it was.
So I don't want to get too deep into chapter 6 here, Alex, but I do want to mention that this, it might be this kind of shift from Marcus to Alex that really solidified this as like a good movie
for you.
Me. Yeah.
Okay.
There's something about like the almost light, bizarre, ultra-violent nature of the Marcus chapter and the introduction of the Glattis character as like something like super quirky, and a little bizarre. And then falling immediately into this Alex chapter where we're witnessing like a child like struggling.
It was so sad. That poor kid. And he was carrying a lot. He was trying to take care of people, trying to save people.
Yeah, and Zach actually talked a little bit about this. Like, this is a direct reference to his having alcoholic parents, which, I mean, I could see that being incredibly well represented here,
Yeah.
enchanted by the witch of alcoholism, and him being forced, Alex in this film, Zach in real life, being forced to have to take care of his parents,
That's so sad.
Being a kid who is supposed to be, protected, and that not happening. And there's something about like pairing these themes the way they did, like.
I bet there's a
effective.
really sad story surrounding his parents just giving him canned chicken noodle soup.
Or him
when they were
like
drinking a bunch.
I think about this sometimes. Like my parents always worked when I was a kid, and I loved them to death. They didn't do anything wrong, but like they also taught me how to microwave things 30 seconds at a time. Like there's these things that you're taught when you're young. They're small baby steps to self-sufficiency, right? Like there's something about that in the case of me being able to microwave soup. Like there's something kind of great about that. But in this case, like it just shows where the line is, right? Like he wasn't, he had to do that, right? Like, and he didn't only do it for himself, he had to do it for his family.
Like literally they were going to, and I think that the Glattis even said that at some point, like, oh, they're going to starve. You have to give him this. This is your job. Like he's officially, and it's just like an aside to her that he's responsible.
And he had no choice.
That's why it seems like more than just a witch. I really feel like there was something
What do you mean? Like, I mean, it's bordering on grief manifestation monster, like a Babadook kind of thing, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
There's elements of that.
That's true.
Where it's like, it's more feeling than physical thing, I guess, right? Like,
yeah.
Because she stops paying attention to him, too, as things go on. Like,
right, she just doesn't give a shit.
He's secondary to her plot of, you know, trying to rejuvenate herself and extend her life because she's a witch that has existed for a very long time and now is dying, right? Like,
well, the Julia at the beginning of the story was teaching the kids about locusts.
Ultraviolence, they said.
Ultraviolence, that makes sense.
And what did you say wow, Byron, for? What did I say? Did I say
know.
something fucked up and bad?
May have been when you assumed that Glattis was older than...
Oh, maybe that's it. I should never read the chat, though. I'm not allowed
No,
to.
you're not. You say I'm not allowed to, so...
Thank you.
But I think... What was I saying? It's gone.
I fucked it up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure I'm just rambling anyway.
No,
it's fine.
You're fine.
It's fine.
You were talking about Glattis being more than...
Oh, at the beginning, Julie was talking about locusts. She was teaching the little kids about locusts.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's, you know, kind of, she's a plague. Like, she feeds off of these things and then, like, goes away. But it is almost a purely biological thing. There's not even that much horror to it in the sense of, oh, this is scary. There's horror to it in the sense of like the lack of emotion almost with Glattis is, to me, was scarier than even what she was doing. The fact that there was no...
But she was faking it at first. Like, she was trying to convince Alex that you know, that he could trust her, right? Like,
well, that was only because she needed to get things out of him and knew it would be easier.
Yeah, exactly. And once that's gone, there's this kind of like...
Right. Then it's like, okay, I have no use for you. Go away.
Yeah, man.
Man.
She makes him collect... Yeah, it shows how the whole thing happened. We kind of rewind, I guess, a little bit. Are we still talking about this? Yeah, basically, Alex had to steal things from his students, so he is complicit. He was
so smart,
right?
though. Even that, I'm like, wow, what a smart kid. He just grabbed all their names instead of like stealing. I would have been like walking around like trying to figure out how am I going to steal all these things from all the little kids. And
it's just all this layered responsibility on the shoulders of a child that, like, I don't know, man. I don't have kids. I'm not married, but like, there's something about this that like really stood out. Like, it felt...
Well, and to me, towards the end, when we hear our narrator come back in and there's an idea of what happens after this, that was really fascinating and obviously allegorical to alcoholism or any other addiction you deal with, especially in your caregivers when you're a child. Like, yes, there's escaping the immediate terror, right? And the immediate threat. But then what comes afterwards, like everything that has been broken or, you know, not reinforced properly, you kind of have to start from scratch and rebuild so much. Yeah. And I think that was a piece that I just the way that the movie wrapped up, I thought really touched on very well.
It also wraps up a bit like the film Maniac, but we don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
Wonderful, fun stuff, a little outrageous, and very much in line with his previous film Barbarian, of becoming something very different at the end, which... I don't know, some people, I guess I haven't heard people's opinions on that. I thought it was fun, right? Like...
The end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it was
it's
great.
Weird, though.
Oh, yes, but...
A little weird.
It was weird. Of course it was weird. It was good.
But also, yeah, good. But everything good has its highs and its lows, Kelly. It's time for final thoughts. Well, before that, we're going to do As Above, So Below. Kelly.
Oh, so many things. Okay, I'm so messed up. My favorite part was actually the very surprising gore effects.
Really?
I know.
What the hell?
Look what you've done to me.
Come on.
It's really bad.
Wait, what part? Let's talk about this.
I mean, the head was really just like, it felt like a Family Guy scene where like it just kept going
You're talking
and
about
going.
Like the end.
I mean, with the boyfriend and then yes, you know,
Sure.
even into the into Alex's house and everything that happened there.
A lot going on in that house. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Whitmer Thomas stabbing his face with a fork a bunch, right? Like,
which was pretty great.
Pretty cool.
It was really great.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
My lowest point was probably the storyline involving the affair between Julia and our cop, who I spent a good portion of the movie trying to convince Sam was, what was his name? Chris O'Donnell, the guy that played Robin.
Yeah, but Chris O'Donnell's old now.
I know, that's what Sam kept trying to say. I was like, I don't know, he could be older than he looks right here.
Yeah, Kelly.
And Sam's like, and he's like, Sam, Kelly, that's the guy that played fucking Han Solo. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, shit.
Okay.
Anyhow,
yeah.
That was just because those always make me feel icky. Yeah, those are my highs and lows. What about you?
I mean, listen, maybe not my low is maybe not enough Julia Gardner. Like, we kind of got front loaded with a really wonderful, nuanced performance, and I always love seeing her. And also, I think I mentioned this a little bit. Some of the chapters they weren't as gripping. I recognize that they had their purpose, but they didn't like keep my attention as much as, other chapters. It felt, the runtime, it was like a little over 2 hours. It felt slightly like a bit of an overstuffed pillow. Like, it was just not.
No such thing.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much at points.
Okay.
But yeah, above, maybe All Things Aunt Glattis, like, just such a cool character, right?
Her makeup.
Just wonderful.
Her
Iconic.
actual makeup. I don't mean like makeup for the movie, like costuming. I mean,
just
like
as a character.
The makeup that Glattis as a character chose to wear was amazing.
Physically, internally, though, let's say everything about it. Just really interesting. Yeah, incredible. Tracksuits. I'm kind of traumatized by tracksuits after that last 28 film. Not really interested in that.
Totally good with it.
Iconic performance from Amy Madigan is her name. So wonderful. Really cool stuff. Final thoughts, though. Weapons. I wrote this on my letterbox if anyone wants to go follow me there. But slow peeling, startlingly charming, and peppered with frantic beats. It's a harmonious blend of Jim Cummings and Oz Perkins, a nerve shredder, a bone rattler, and quirky without being distracting. Maybe like 10 minutes too long, but still so balanced. And although it has its clear influences that we discussed a bit, it feels really original. Like, in a world that sets to make carbon copies of films like Hereditary after they hit, or whatever the next big thing is, this is like its own film. Like, and I love that. I'm really excited for Zach. And I can't wait. Well, actually, I can wait for what's next, and we'll get into that. But yeah, 7.9 forks to the face.
Yeah, I'm sick of Resident Evil too.
For weapons.
Okay. This movie was really fun. Byron had told me it was great. Sam and I, in fact, I was so excited about seeing this that I was staring down the barrel at 5 days with 16 8 to 12-year-olds in Glacier National Park in cabins. And I had a ton of work to do. And instead of like getting sleep or getting work done or just readying myself for that, we got a babysitter and we went to go see this because I was that excited.
Nice.
And I really liked it. I love Brolin. Byron, I really want you to see Outer Range because the common threads between his character in Weapons and his character in Outer Range, I think you would really like. Also, his character's name in Outer Range is Royal, which is just a great name.
I'm not convinced.
It's a great name.
That.
It's
that
great. You should watch it.
For me.
And I very much enjoyed this. It makes me sad because I didn't even know the Zach Moore component of it, and now that's like I'm kind of a
Trevor Moore.
Sorry, Trevor Moore. I mean, I combine them into one.
Yeah, Zach Morris is the guy you're thinking of.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Though my girls have now watched every single episode.
Don't show them that.
We're starting on the college years soon.
Ugh.
I give Weapons 8.8 hot dogs.
Wonderful. And those are our thoughts on Weapons, which is, I think, still in theaters. So go check it out. It's doing pretty well. I think, and it's exciting because I think he got offered $10 million for the script and then said, I'll take 2 and 50 points on the film.
God, believe it. Byron, the message of believing in yourself to that degree, good for him.
Good for him. I want to hear what everyone else thinks about this film.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Social media at Frightday. Meet us in the community center. That is the discord.frightday.com. Facebook group's dead. Sorry, folks. I don't know.
Byron, you need to let it die. Stop resuscitating it.
I'm not touching it. I don't get on Facebook. I don't hang out there at all.
Okay. All right.
Also, Resident Evil is Zach's next film. It sounds like he's doing something different with it, so maybe that's good. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm kind of burnt out on that stuff. But speaking of burnt out.
Speaking of?
Allentown Part 3, available now at thefrightedaysociety.org. Broke your heart? We don't know for sure what's going on, but there's a mystery brewing, and we are talking about it there. 150 other episodes of Behind the Screams. If you want to, if you haven't, 7-day free trial, you could really rip through a whole bunch of those. But
I feel like that's not the right messaging, is it, Byron?
No, it's not. Pay us money. Until next episode of Frightday, though, Kelly, I am Byron.
I am Kelly.
And I think you maybe should stay, I don't know what, alert.
Away from Glattis.
And stay scared.
You've been listening to an Audio Wool original, produced by Byron McCoy. Theme music is provided by Yawns. For more programs like this, visit audiowool.co.